Madam Chair, the first item I'm supposed to respond to by way of answer is the role played by the Ministry of Health in clearing Jack Ma's Foundation COVID-19 supplies donation and other donations. Madam Chair, let me just say this, that following what you have just heard, the clearance of any government donations is in the hands of the Ministry of Transport, as has been indicated. And indeed, we confirm that as the ministry itself has indicated, it is true that that's what we got. The general procedure of receiving donations in the ministry is through communication received from donors directly or through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, informing the intention of donating commodities, equipment or services, and their quantities, when to be received, and the point of entry or delivery. The ministry then gets in touch with the government clearing agency, which is responsible for the clearance of government cargo, to confirm arrival and requirements for clearance. Once the commodities are cleared, they are transported to KEMSA or to KEMRI for storage and subsequent distribution. In regard to Jack Ma donations, the Ministry of Health received communication from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for 3 consignments. Those 3 consignments are in Annex 1 of this document. The second Jack Ma Foundation donation came in 2 consignments. The first consignment was received from the government clearing agency on the 15th of April and cleared and delivered to KEMSA on the same day. Annex 3 of the document here spells exactly how that happened. And as Kas Obure had indicated, that is precisely what happened. The second consignment was received from the government clearing agency on the 28th of May 2020 and delivered to KEMSA on the same day. The details of the consignment are in Annex 4. The third Jack Ma Foundation donation was received on the 24th of May 2020 and delivered to KEMSA on the same day. That is Annex 5. In regards to local donations, the Ministry of Health was notified by donors on the intent, and continues, by the way, to be notified by donors who intend to support the fight against COVID-19, indicating what type of donations, quantities of donations, and sometimes the donors specifically indicate who they want to give their donations to, or what type of donations they believe are more useful than other times. And since this is a donation, we sometimes confer with them and agree. If a donor wants to donate to a specific county, we have no issues with it. We receive and take as they donate. Madam Chair, on the role of the Cabinet Secretary on KEMSA management and procurement of COVID-19 health products and technologies, Madam Chair, let me just respond as follows, and if you allow me, explain a little bit more. To say that the role of a Cabinet Secretary, not just Mutahi Kagwe, the role of a Cabinet Secretary is to provide policy and strategic guidance and leadership, in this specific case to KEMSA, but widely in the institutions under each ministry. Madam Chair, this is an important question that you raised, because it refers largely to some of the things that I have personally been verified for regarding my intervention or so-called interference with...
Chair, point of order, Chair.
What is out of order?
I request Wasiri not to clean himself here, because when us we have information, let him go direct to...
Honorable Koros, you can also not gag him, allow him to speak, then you can make your judgment. I think we have called him here to express himself. Once he does so, it is for the committee to come up with a conclusion. So let's allow him to proceed. Proceed, CS.
Thank you, Madam Chair, for the protection. Madam Chair, may I be very clear that the role of a cabinet secretary in any institution is essentially to give guidance, is essentially to provide leadership, and Madam Chair, all cabinet secretaries must at all times be in touch with the institutions which they run. Otherwise, what would they be doing? Madam Chair, in this instance regarding KEMSA, and in direct response to the question that you have asked, of course, Madam Chair, I have engaged KEMSA repeatedly especially over that COVID-19 period. And Madam Chair, it is my job to do so. It is my job to talk to the ministries. Madam Chair, as we speak right now, the KEMRI boss is here with me. We consult. Last time I was here, we were with the chair of Kenyatta National Hospital. We consult. There is not a single CEO that I don't consult with continuously, because, Madam Chair, it is my job to communicate policy. It is my job to communicate government strategy to the respective institutions that I have in my ministry. Madam Chair, in this specific case, for example, we were in a crisis. And Madam Chair, yes, we do not micromanage the institutions which we run. But we were in a crisis. And I can repeat, and I can give you examples of meetings that I had with the chair, with the CEO of that institution. I called in the people from KEMRI, and the boss is here. I called in even lab technologists and technicians to discuss in a crisis where we knew nothing about. Which are the reagents that we need? Where do we get them from? What are the other items that we are going to need to fight COVID-19? And Madam Chair, it is easy to forget how the situation was at that time in March, when the whole world was dying away. In some instances, we are being told 1,000 people are dying per day. We are not ready. Everybody in the country is screaming for PPEs. It would be totally irresponsible for me to sit in my office and not ask my executives and not try to bring everybody together from KEMSA, the laboratories in KEMRI, the laboratory in National Influenza Labs. I was bringing all these people together in settings so that we can be able to get a solution to a problem we knew nothing about, to a challenge we were not ready for. So, Madam Chair, I also communicated directly to the CEO and gave government policy. For example, I am the one who gave direct policy that going forth, because of the high cost of PPEs globally at that time, we were able and zeroed in on local production of the same materials, which cut the cost, Madam Chair, from 9,000 shillings, which was the global prices at that time, to 4,300 shillings, a cut down of over 50%. Now, Madam Chair, it's my job to communicate to the CEO and to say to him, government has made a policy decision that going forward, we are not importing PPEs, we are going to buy them from local approved suppliers. And Madam Chair, that is my job. That's what I should do. So I am at a loss. I was at a bit of a loss when I'm told that I am giving directives or I'm trying to influence, I'm putting pressure. Madam Chair, I put pressure on each and every person in my ministry at that time. And in fact, Madam Chair, what I should do is apologize and thank them for the pressure in which they were working under. And I think it is important, Madam Chair, also to remember, there is an old saying in English, when the war gets very hot, even the generals go to the war front. And for me to sit in my office and do nothing would be totally irresponsible. And therefore, and I answer this question, not just in regards to KEMSA, but also in regards to other institutions, and indeed, in regards to government management. That's what we do. That's what my job is. And that's what I must continue to do if we are going to be successful in this fight. Madam Chair, if I may give another example. I have spoken, the CEO of KEMRI is here. We have been with him around the country. We were with him in Kilifi to try and detail and talk to people there about the possibilities of working for a vaccine, for this, against this disease. And I have been with Kombe to Kilifi for the same. That's my job, Madam Chair. It is my job to put people under pressure so that they can produce the results we are looking for. It is, however, not my job to tell anybody to commit any crime. It is not my job to advise anybody against anything that they are not supposed to do. And in the event that I told a CEO to do something that is against the law or something they were uncomfortable with, the normal thing to do in government is to say, give me what you are telling me in writing.
It is also order. That's Honorable Tongoyo.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair.
And take the opportunity to introduce yourself, and I can see you have a friend next to you whom I request to move to the next seat so that we keep social distance.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair.
If you are seated somewhere that is not written, sit here. No, you are seated in the wrong place, then take another seat. Thank you. Proceed, Honorable Tongoyo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Gabriel Tongoyo, MP, Narok West, and a member of this committee. Madam Chair, from the list of questions that I asked to the CS to respond to, there are quite a number. And I think it should be fair enough for him to respond to question 1, 2, and down, so that we probably come to the questions. He seems already to have jumped the gun, answering to what we even actually have not